The last stop of the 12-day trip is Tainan. It's the oldest city on the island and also known as the capital city for its over 200 years of history as the capital of Taiwan. The city center is not big. It can be easily explored by walk. The starting point is National Taiwan Museum of Literature, and the total walking tour distance is 6 kilometers. The Confucius Temple was built in 1666, and it was the first Confucius temple in Taiwan. It was reconstructed more than 30 times, and it looks like it's under reconstruction again. Just around the corner next to the temple, there is a free concert with the local Taiwanese music and dances. Nice to see the people of different ages enjoying their outdoor activities. Across the road from the Confucius Temple, there is a large stone arch that was built in 1749 and was served as an entrance to the temple. It is now an entrance to Fuzhong Street, a European-style pedestrian street with lots of cafes and stalls with souvenirs. Less than 100 meters from Confucius Temple, just off of the tourist Fuzhong Street, there is a small temple which was founded in 1662 and was dedicated to King Guanze. In 1750, it was rebuilt and renamed in honor of Chen Yonghua, who laid out the foundation of governance, cultural establishment, and taxation system in Taiwan. Many religious ceremonies are frequently performed at the temple entrance, and Danki is one of them. It's an ancient Chinese shamanistic ritual where Danki is a spirit medium, serves as a bridge between human and spirit world. Spirit mediums might be sought for advice or ask gods for help by believers. Danki is a person who believes to be chosen by a particular god or spirit as the earthly vehicle for divine expression. They are dressed in a special garment resembling an apron covered with intricate patterns. They leave the back exposed and ready for the centerpiece of Danki's ritual, self-flagellations. During the ceremony, they display the signs of possession, which is shaking, making unusual noises, dances, and facial expressions. This is a sign that he is now a vessel filled by a divine spirit. Danki's ritual involves them moving around the area in front of the temple with unnatural and unpredictable steps, repeatedly hit themselves on the back with one of their weapons. They are also walking along the lines of firecrackers as they explode, or burning themselves with incense sticks. The weapons are typically carried in a basket pushed by the member of the temple group ready for use. Traditionally, a Danki uses 5 weapons called the 5 treasured tools. They are all different: spiked balls, clubs studded with nails, needles, shark sword resembling the teeth of shark. The drawing of blood is said to give Danki an open face, fearsome reputation, and to prove themselves as deities. When the ceremony is coming to a close, the Danki is released. It causes convulsions, and Danki is often restrained by a member of the temple group, while the guard is exiting them in order to protect them. One more local attraction around Fuzhong Street. Wanted to have some candies? Come and learn how to make it by yourself. It's fun and sweet, and only $50 Taiwanese. The Great Southern Gate is one of too many gates left after the days when Tainan City was protected by walls. It was constructed in 1736, but the original city walls changed from wood to cement in 1788. The courtyard of the gate has traditions leading back to the Great Wall of China. It's surrounded by a lovely city park that makes it look like an old fort in the jungle. The Temple of the Five Concubines, known also by alternative names including the Temple of Five Noble Ladies. It was built in front of the tomb of the five concubines of Zhu Shugui, the Ming Dynasty prince, who killed themselves in 1683 to accompany him in death. Fahua Temple was built in 1684 on the estate known as the Butterfly Garden, which belonged to Li Mao-chan, an intellectual who came over from the mainland to come to live an undisturbed life on the faraway island. He donated his residence for use as a temple, and after Qing army arrived, a magistrate Jiang raised the funds and converted Li Mao-chan's home into Fahua Temple. Koksinья was a Chinese Ming Dynasty loyalist who resisted the Qing conquest of China in the 17th century. He defeated the Dutch outpost on Formosa, the previous name of Taiwan, and established a dynasty, the House of Koksinья, which ruled the island for the next 20 years. There is a lovely garden with palm trees, one of which was planted by Koksinья himself, growing in the back of the main hall. He has achieved godlike status in the view of many Taiwanese. In his shrine, he is worshipped like any other deity in the city. Fort Zelandia was built during the Dutch colonization in the 17th century, but few years later it was surrendered to Koksinья. Later on, it was destroyed by the earthquake in the 19th century, and it was rebuilt as a Chekandu Tower, which Chinese called the Tower of Savages or Tower of Red-Hair Barbarians. The Grand Mацу Temple was originally the palace of the Ming Prince Zhu Shugui, constructed for him near Chicken Tower. He helped Koksinья's dynasty to colonize and clear farmland in the surrounding prefecture, but after Shillang's victory, he was obliged to surrender to the Qing Empire. His five concubines then hanged themselves from the beams of his palace bedroom, and on the next day he joined them in the suicide. Shillang initially took up residence in the palace, and later he petitioned his emperor to have the building converted into a temple dedicated to Mацу. The goddess Mацu is one of the most important deities in Taiwan, and she widely called Mother Mацu. Is the goddess of the sea, she is thought to bring protection to Taiwanese, whose small island is surrounded by the ocean. There are over 500 Mацу temples in Taiwan, but this one is the most sacred and has significant importance for Taiwanese people. The last night in Taiwan. This beautiful lantern street is a part of Chinese New Year Lantern Festival. Traditionally, while Chinese people are releasing lantern into the sky, they make a wish. My wish is to come back to this beautiful country with the most amazing and friendly people I ever met. Expect unexpected. Taiwan is the heart of Asia. Don't forget to subscribe to be updated on my next trips. See you soon.